Hello, my loves. This welcome to the Joys of Life. My name is Joy with an I. Um, my channel is basically, just I just pop on here and we just chat a bit about whatever's going on, whatever's on my heart. I might do some motivational movie reviews type things, depending on what the movie is and how I felt. Um, I am a certified life coach, among other things. I can probably make a separate video about that. Um, but yeah, so I'm just hanging out in my bedroom, watching the storm come in. I'm in Indiana, and it just kind of came in like whoosh. So I'm just sitting here with the blinds open, just watching it come down. I got my oldest cat right next to me, Tigra. She's 11. She's a cutie pie. I'll have to do a video for her for my fur babies too, if I can get them all in the same place, of course. Um, but um, so the past 2 weeks have been a little a little rough. Well, very rough. Like I'm trying to see the light in all of it. But to be honest, it's been an incredibly um, rough 2 weeks. Things are picking up at my job. I am an accountant, and I've been an accountant for 15 years. And so, things are ramping up for um, that. And then I've been super busy with some of my other business ventures and things like that. But on the personal side of things, I am dealing with a couple of, if you saw my last video, I mentioned like being in another grief bubble. Well, unfortunately, there's two. Um, and I found out that my grandmother, who is super adorable and I love her to pieces, she's 95, and she's not doing well. Um, and it just, I don't know, like I just feel like I'm losing a mother all over again, because I lost my mom in December of 21, and my grandmother was pretty much there every step of the way. Like um, I don't know where I would be without her, Like she's been um, an integral part of my growth and just me as a person, Like I don't know where I would be or where I would have ended up without her. She's amazing, and I just, you know, it's kind of a two sides of the same coin. On one side, I'm like, oh, that's my grandma, that's like my mom, and she might not be here much longer. Like it could be literally days, and um, but on the other side of it, it's like 9.5 years. She lived for 9.5 years. There's not a lot of people who have done that. And like my mom, she passed when she was 61 years old. So a lot younger, and it's just she lived a incredibly long life, and has done so many things, and even exposed me to a lot of things that I probably um, wouldn't have experienced on my own. I mean, I probably would have gotten around to it eventually, but my grandma, she was just always on the move, and she's like, "Hey, let's go do this. Hey, let's go do that." And I was just like, "Okay, let's go, grandma." I was that kid that loved to be being around my grandma, and I mean, it didn't stop even into my adult years. Um, but it's just, you know, grief is grief. I mean, there's no right or wrong definition for it. It's solely dependent on the individual person, um, and it yeah, like there's no real label you can put on the journey of grief. Like there's no real label you can put on that street sign that says, okay, this is Grief Street, but you can't put anything more specific than that because you just don't know. Oh, my allergies. You just don't know like what is going to happen until you're in it, you know. Um, and I'm gonna make a separate video about, you know, just kind of my personal journey um, at a later date. But oh, sorry. And it's just, I'm just trying to keep it together. You know, um, it's been a rough past couple weeks, and I'm just trying to keep it together, just trying to stay positive, just trying to think about the good in my life and focus on the things that make me happy and joyful, no pun intended. And yeah, I just try to hold on to that because that's what I can control. You know, one thing about this journey is figuring out where to put your energy, because sometimes we expel so much energy on things that we have no chance of being able to determine what the outcome is, because there may be other people involved, or is a situation that's, you just kind of have to wait, you know. There's no right or wrong way to it, and but all you have available to you is what you can control for yourself. And so that's what I've been trying to do, and it's incredibly hard. I've gotten a lot better at it, because I used to be like, yeah, okay, but what if I did this, you know? And it's like, no, Joy, stop. You can't do that, you know. You just kind of have to let it play out. And it's hard, because and we live in a day and age where a lot of things are instant, and sometimes it's like, okay, I'm in my grief journey, let's get it done and over with. It's like, yeah, ideally we would not, yeah, we would want that to be kind of quick, because I mean, who wants to feel these incredibly heavy feelings about something that we care about all the time, or um, once in a blue moon, or like for me, for me, after my mom passed, I would say maybe 6, 7 months later, I was in the greenery aisle at a department store, and I had a full on meltdown. I mean, full on meltdown. And it just kind of whoosh, like kind of like the storm outside. It just kind of hit me, and I'm like, blah, you know. It's like, where did that even come from? Like, my goodness, I'm looking at greenery. What is happening? You know, so that's one thing that we have to kind of, I guess, open ourselves up to, is just to allow grief to kind of run its course, you know. I mean, I wholeheartedly believe in sitting in it, recognizing it, recognizing your feelings, and also just taking them on, like just going at them. Because what you don't want to do, and I said this in my last video, my Thunderbolts semi review, it's like you can't stuff it down. because the more you stuff in, the more you stuff it, it's like it just kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it's just like, okay, now you have a mound. And then when the wave comes, it's massive and you can't control it. And like, it puts you in this dark space that I wouldn't recommend for anybody. Like, I've been there. It's not fun, and sometimes it gets so dark that it's hard to claw your way out of it. And depending on your living situation, your friends group, your family group, just your overall strength, like, you may not be able to get out of that by yourself. But depending on the type of person that you are, you might feel like, I don't want to call anybody because I don't want to feel like I'm being a burden, or I'm bothering them, or what'll happen if they don't answer. It's like, I've dealt with all of that. And sometimes things like that does happen. But what do you do with that? That goes in the little box, that of things you can't control. You can't control how people show up for you. But people show you who they are, and they show you who they are with you and how you mean to them. Because I believe that if a person truly loves and cares about you, they will make the time. They will make the time. And if they don't, maybe that's not a person that should be in this season of your life. And that could go for anybody. Your friends, your family. I mean, acquaintances shouldn't even have like a pedestal at all, because like, you haven't been here long enough for me to worry. you know but yeah, like, you might have to be in a position of, okay, I gotta cut off or cut back on my interactions with you. I love you to pieces, but I love me more. Like, you have to love yourself more in those situations where you're not people pleasing, or you're not chasing after people because you feel this need of belongings. Like you have this need of belonging. And it's like, all of us have the urge to want to belong, and we have the urge to just want to be seen and be loved for who we are. And not everybody is capable of loving us to the capacity that we need. And everybody is different. Like, you might have one person that's like, I need all the love in the world and I'm not going to accept anything less. And then other people are just like, you know what? I'm cool with just having a call with my bestie once a week, And then other people, insert scenario here, And it's just all based on the individual. So, but what you don't want to do, like I said, is stuff it down. Because you don't want to, because you're already feeling like crap anyway. Okay? You're already feeling down and out, as if like you can't really get your bearings, like you just feel like you're being pulled in so many different directions. Like, you feel like a puzzle that's missing like 5 pieces, and then you find out that they're behind your bed somewhere. Or you find out that your cat, because she's sitting right here, took it and put it near like her favorite spot or something. And you're like, how the heck this is, what, where, how did you get this? Like you feel like you're not yourself. Like, you feel like for me personally, like, when I lost my mom, I felt like a shell of a person. Like, just a meat suit. Like, I was just a being. Like, it's just my body. I felt numb. I felt lost. I felt like it was just weird. Like it was the weirdest thing. Like I knew who I was, but I didn't. I knew where I was, but I didn't. And when there were things that were going on and I had things that I had to focus on, like whether it was her arrangements or work or whatever, it was like, okay, I know I have to be here, but I'm still not here, you know? It's like my body's physically here, but my mind and my heart are in the corner crying and trying to disappear. It's like, I don't want people to see me, you know? And sometimes we hide from those feelings. I tried. I tried to hide from those feelings, and I'm sure you have too. But at the end of the day, the more you hide from it, the harder it gets to deal with them. Trust me. Sometimes the hardest things are the things that are most like rewarding, you know, especially if you can kind of get over the hump of them. Like if you can kind of barrel through and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna take this on. I'm gonna hit the nail on the head. I'm just gonna barrel through. I'm gonna deal with it, and whatever happens, it happens. I might fall on my face, but I'm gonna keep going. And you have to keep going. You have to. I did. I had to keep going because I knew that my mother would not be happy with me if I didn't. I knew that the people who loved me wouldn't. But then, most importantly, I would feel like I let myself down. And other than God, I'm most important, you know? So if you don't pour into yourself, if you don't take care of yourself and do the things that you need to do in order to get over that hump of grief and what you're feeling in that moment, you might come up short. But that's okay too. Because you're not going to get it right the first time, or the second, or the third, or the fifth. You know, like, yeah, I skipped the number, but it's literally that. Like, you may not get it until you didn't fail 20 times. Again, there's no rhyme or reason or rules, specific rules that tells you that, okay, you're done, get over it, this is this, okay, we're done with this. No. You have to do what's best for you. You have to recognize those feelings, but also do the work in working through those feelings. You know, you got to get through it. And then also living, growing, improving, evolving past the hurt while you heal. Because healing is constant. If you are conscious about it, healing is constant. Because there's no way that I can bring my mom back. And I know that for the rest of my life, I'm going to have moments of, oh, it's a little bird. It's like this little. I know that in for as long as I'm on this earth, I'm going to have moments of, oh, I miss my mom. Oh, I miss my mom. Like, oh, my mom would love this. Oh, my mom would love this song. Or, because my mom, she loved to sing and dance and all of that. And she just loved music and stuff. So there's a lot of music that has come out since she's been gone. And I'm like, oh, man, my mom would be jamming to this, you know? And so those memories will come up, and those moments of just reflection will come up, and you're just like, dang, I miss my mom, or I miss my grandparent, or I miss my dad, or, you know, what. whichever person that you've lost, or persons, people, proper English. Um, but that's okay too. And the reason why is because you're keeping their memory alive. It's like sometimes we're like, oh, I don't want to cry. I don't want to feel those feelings of loss and grief and all of that. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. But what we don't know and don't realize is that by remembering is keeping their memory alive. That's why I love the movie Coco so much, because that was literally the message. Their soul will disappear. Now, I don't know if this is true in real life, but go with it. just follow me on the road here. Their soul in the movie, it was like their soul will, in a way, go away again and just disappear forever once everybody who knew them stopped remembering them. And that is so profound and so true. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to miss them. But that's just keeping that memory and that love burning for them. And then, of course, show them a nerd a little bit. I love the Marvel TV show WandaVision. If you've seen it, if you know, you know. Vision had a line in there that says, grief is love persevering. And so when you have those waves of emotions, it's like, it's just, exuding and putting out that love that you're like, oh, I love this person so much that they're on my mind, that they're on my heart, that I'm feeling these deep feelings for them. And it's okay. It's okay. We have to trust that we are strong enough to get through anything, because we are. Our flesh may not believe that, but if we tell ourselves, I just scared my cat when I did that, sorry. But we have to tell ourselves that, hey, I love myself enough to try. I love myself enough to at least try to do the work. At least to try and work through it, kind of like sharks going in for the food. They just kind of get through the water. That's literally it. You just got to get through the water, get through the muck, like mud, the dirt, insert thing here. It's gonna be okay. And I'm telling you this because I need to hear it too. The fact that you love them that means a lot. And going through this with my grandma now, and just, it's pulling out a lot of those memories and emotions that I have for my mom. Because again, like I said, like she was like my mom too. She is like my mom. And it's difficult. It is. I'm a believer, and I know that God has a plan for everything and everyone. And, just in general, the circle of life. You are born, you live, and then you go. We may not like it, but that's always been the pattern. And yes, it's gonna hurt. And yes, it does hurt. So, I ask that if regardless of your faith, regardless of what you believe in, if you've ever loved a person in your life that you lost, don't forget, feel those feelings. It's okay. And if you need someone to be there with you, don't be afraid to reach out. Because the people who show you who they are, either on the positive or the negative side, the people who don't answer their phones, they don't show up for you, they're never there when you need them, they will eventually fall by the wayside. And then it just opens space for the people who are meant to be there. I'm a living testimony to that. Sometimes you got to get rid of the rotten fruit to preserve the fruit that's not. Because if you know that if one piece of fruit goes bad, what happens? It spreads. And we deserve more than that. We are enough. You are enough. And you don't deserve to let anything, person, place, or thing deter you, to bring you down, to make you a shell of a person, to make you doubt yourself. Don't force it. Because what I know now is that true love is not forced. It's given freely. And if I hadn't gone through these situations of, just losing people, I'm going through a divorce right now. It's fine. It really like puts things into perspective of what really mattered and what matters still. And the common denominator is you. You matter. So, what did we learn here? We learned that your feelings are valid. If you face them head on, they won't build up and you won't lose yourself in them. We're not going to stuff them down because that's not healthy. And we will get through it. And we will allow people who truly love us to love us through our pain and our loss and our grief. Allow people to love on you and care for you because they're out there. They are. I feel truly blessed and honored by the people that I have in my life. I really, really am so grateful. I find myself kind of pinching myself like, is this really my life? Like, what? Like I heard about this kind of love, but dang, I didn't realize it was like this, But it's out there. But that love should be given to yourself first. First and foremost. Because how do you expect anyone else to love you if you don't even love you? Think about it. Well, guys, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. If regardless of your faith, you know, send prayers and positive mojo for me and my family. And I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you for loving me. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Weekend, you know, because yeah, we're in the weekend. Be safe out there. Don't forget your manners. Always say please and thank you. And just continue to love on the people that are in your life. Because of that circle, we don't know how long that circle is going to last. So take advantage of it now. If they're in your life, if you love them, then show them. Show them. Tell them, but also show them. It's the action of that is most important, because words are just words. But words without action, they just kind of you know, go into the ethers, you know. They're empty. They're empty words. Try it. Take it one day at a time. Give yourself some grace. You will not be perfect at it, and you will never be perfect at it, because there are no perfect people in this world. You are enough. And everything's going to be okay. And if not, you will get through that too. Promise. So, I love you guys. I hope you tune in for the next one. Love you.